This video is going to talk about linear relationships and how to tell the pattern when looking at information in a table. A linear relationship is like basically a pattern. Okay, we're going to look today at how patterns are made when we look at tables of information. A constant rate, right here, it also means a word that we've used in the past or in younger grades. I know for sure this year in 7th grade we've done this before, but we have studied unit rate, and that's just the value that one item has. So using that term might make more sense to you. Unit rate is the same thing as constant rate of change. Okay, the first example says, Jody pays $5 per ticket for a play and a one-time fee of $2. The table shows the total cost for different number of tickets. Sometimes you get a story problem and it makes it easier, but sometimes you only get a table. So we're going to kind of do this one together. Something that I would like for you to do for in the future is the number of tickets. This row in the table is going to be labeled X, and the total cost is going to be labeled Y. And this is going to help us out in the future for a couple of other problems we're going to work out. I'm going to go across my table and I'm just going to double check what is the number of tickets counting by. You have to watch out because it's not always 1. This one though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is counting by ones. I'm just going to go ahead and go through the process though, so we have this for future. Every time you increase as you go across the table, it's adding one more ticket. Then I'm going to look through the bottom row. 7, 12, 17, 22, and 27. I am going to show that this amount is adding 5 every time. And if you weren't sure, you could just subtract to see. But those numbers are pretty small, so hopefully you noticed that. Now, when I get to this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a fraction, and I'm going to say the Y number over the X number. And then this is going to tell me what my total answer would be if I didn't have the story problem. 5 divided by 1 is 5. That means it should match in the story problem where it says it costs $5 per ticket. Once you get through your table and you make this fraction and you simplify it, it should match. If you don't have a story problem, that's why we do this step right here. At the bottom, it says if the pattern was $5 a ticket, why does the table show one ticket costing $7? And again, the reason that it does is because right up here, it said we had a one-time fee of $2. That's the extra that got added. Okay? I'm just going to add that down here as well. I'm going to say B/C is because for my abbreviations. Okay, guys? Because of the $2 fee. Okie dokie. Next question. This one says, it costs $5 to get into the carnival. Then it costs $2 for each ride. Complete this table below to show the relationship between the number of carnival rides taken and the amount of money spent. This time our tickets are filled out for us, but the amount of money is not filled out. So what I'm going to do is double check the important information that was given to us. It costs $5 to get into the carnival. Then it costs $2 for each ride. Which one of those do you think is only going to happen one time? Yay. Hopefully you guys just got through saying you're only going to pay to get into the carnival one time. And then we have talked in my class previously that the word each meant you'd be multiplying. This thing's going to happen only one time. And then the $5 for getting into the carnival is only going to happen once. So when we come down here to this table, make this a little bigger, and I start filling this in, I'm going to say, well, it's $2 per ride. Goodness, that was horrible. Okay. Let's get this over here just so my iPad's messing up. It costs $2 for every ride. So 2 times 1. And then I have a $5 fee. Okay. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus my $5 fee. 2 plus 5. $7. The thing that you have to watch out for is that $5 fee. Make sure you don't forget to put that in there. And we've got it up here. Okay. 2 times however many rides you take, plus that $5 fee you had to pay to get into the carnival. So the next spot, if I already have this first block filled in, technically I could just go through and keep adding 2, which would probably be what I would want to do, as long as my table was counting by ones. If it wasn't counting by ones, I could go back through and fill this in just like I did with the first one. I'm going to 2 times 2, because now we're going to ride 2 rides. That makes $4, plus your $5 fee. 4 plus 5 is 9. Then your next box, now I'm going to ride 3 rides. So $2 per ride times 3 rides is 6, plus your $5 fee. That makes 11. Whoops. My goodness. All right, next box. It's going to be $2 per ride. You're going to ride 4 rides. That makes $8, plus your $5 fee. 13. Last box, $2 per ride. You're going to ride 5 rides. That makes $10, plus the $5 fee. 15. Now, I just want to tell you guys, the reason I filled out this table that way is because sometimes the quantity doesn't just increase by 1. Sometimes this might have skipped around and put a different number. So you have to be careful and not just go through and add 2 every time. Since it did, though, I could also show it down here that I'm adding 2. Just to make my chart match up like the one we did previously. Okie dokie. This question says, a youth group rakes leaves to raise money. The group charges a flat fee plus a certain amount for each bag filled. The table shows the amounts charged. So this one is missing the numbers in the story problem. It doesn't say the quantity for the fee, and it doesn't say the amount per bag. So this one is where we're going to have to go through the table, and we're going to have to count across the top and the bottom and see what happens. I'm going to label this as X and this is Y, just so we get in the habit. Going across the top, this is adding 2, this is adding 2. Just going to make sure that it stays consistent and constant all the way through. Go through the bottom, 11 to 17. That's going to increase 6. 17 to 23 is 6. 23 to 29 is 6. 29 to 35 is 6. Now, if you think back to an earlier slide, I was saying put these numbers together as a fraction. And the Y number on top, and the X number on bottom. So if I did $6 and I increased 2 bags, that's going to tell me that really one bag was worth $3. Okay? Now, I've got a couple questions down here to answer. So I'm going to pull this one up. How much does it cost to fill each bag? Okay, we just answered that and it was 3. So I'm going to put that in. $3 per bag. Okay. Next question says, my gosh. How much was the fee? Okay, for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make a chart. If I know that one bag equals $3 and 2 bags should equal $6. But then when I come over here to my table shows 2 bags cost $11. So I need to take away or subtract over here. Since 2 bags are supposed to only cost $6, then I need to do what the chart says and take off those the $6 that I know it is, and then what's left over would be $5. $5 would be my fee. I'm going to move that so you guys have some space. The fee would be $5. $5 for the fee. Okay, I'm going to move that all over here. Then the next one says we now are going to make an equation to represent what's going on. We just found out that each bag was $3, so 3x. And then the fee that got charged was 5, so 3x plus 5. Okay. Move that one. Oh, goodness. Okay, last one. This question says, how much will the group charge to fill 15 bags? So if I think back to this little equation that I made down here, it said 3 times however many bags plus $5. So if I want 15 bags, all I need to do is multiply by 3 and then add that $5 extra. So 15 times 3, that is 45, plus those $5 extra for the fee, and my total is now $50. 15 bags cost $50. All right, last one. This question has some of the table empty and some filled in. So we're going to use what we know from the story problem and then help fill it in. You earn a base fee plus an hourly rate for running errands. You earn $20 when it takes 1 hour. You earn $35 when it takes 2 hours. You earn $50 when it takes 3 hours. And this says complete the table so that you can figure out how much 4 and 5 hours will be. All right, so looking up at the story problem, it says $20 for 1 hour. So I can come right down here and put in a 20. And then the next one says I get 35 for 2 hours. So I'm going to put in a 35. And then when you finish it out, it's going to say $50 for 3 hours. So I can put in a 50. So if I'm wanting to figure out how much is 4 and how much is 5, I can look and see what I'm counting by. If you go from 20 to 35, that is 15. 35 to 50 is plus 15. So my pattern shows I should be adding $15 every time. And to keep doing that, let's see. 50 plus 15 should be 65. And then 65 plus 15 more is 80. Okay, so there's our table filled out. Let me look at this first question right here. What is the constant rate of change? Well, constant rate of change, we just got through saying in the beginning of this video that it meant unit rate or how much one was increasing by. And if you take a look at this, we just figured out it was increasing by 15. So that's the answer. The constant rate of change is $15. Every hour you work, you get $15 more. Okay, move that one out of the way. Next question. What is the base fee for running errands? If we think about this like the previous slide with those questions, if you look in the table, it says 1 hour you got $20, but really you're only supposed to get 15. So in order for me to show how much extra that fee was for the base fee, I would just subtract how much it says 1 was minus what I'm supposed to get per hour, and the leftovers would be the fee. So the base fee should be $5. And again, I got that by taking what the table said 1 was worth and subtracting off what my unit rate is. Okay, last question. If I can get this to zoom out. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Last one says, what is my equation? If we take a look, we said each one of these is 15. Each one of these is increasing by 15. And we said our fee a minute ago was 5. So for every hour that I work, it's going to be 15. So 15x plus that $5 fee. So my equation would be 15x plus 5.